I'm so happy you're back. Thank you for being here with me. I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful for life and for this opportunity to commune. Really, that's what I'm feeling with this podcast, with On the Path. It's about communing and arriving, right? Exploring, not arriving. It's not about arriving. Where are we going? It's really about exploring in the endless continuation of being, not arriving. There's no destination. Perhaps there's just the continual arriving into being, inside of being, and I don't know, navigating the enters, the openings, and navigating the inners of ourselves. I was doing some reflecting. I tend to come over here to join you all in conversation when I've been doing a bit of reflecting or contemplating. And I was perusing my Instagram, and it took me back to 2018. At a point, I had quit life here in the U.S., quit life meaning work and all of the things that we grow into doing. Because with my background in hospice and palliative care, I knew how precious life was. I know how precious each moment of life is. And so I said, hey, one thing I know about living is dying. One thing I know about breathing is the end of breath. And so let me just stop this doing and live. Just see what being is about, right? Because I love to be. I didn't get the work gene, to be honest. I didn't get the what am I going to do when I retire gene. Because in empty space, it's so full of just discovery. Like the inner world is so vast and wide that it is something I prioritize over doing. And so I quit everything here in California, my beautiful lakefront apartment, where, everyone was like, oh my goodness, are you really going to leave that place? Every room has a view of the lake. The rent is so inexpensive, and you'll never be able to live here again if you leave now. And I remember thinking, well, you can't really leave and hold on, because people were like, oh, why don't you just sublet it, or, just, I don't know, can you just keep it? And I'm like, you can't let go and hold on simultaneously. You can't have a fallback if you're walking into the unknown freedom of forward. Because then you're truly not in the free fall when you know there's something. The net does appear, though. Leap, jump, the net will appear. But I moved to Mexico. I moved to San Miguel de Allende, and I left with so little money. So little money. So little money. And it didn't matter, because I knew that I had to go. I knew that in 2017, it all came to the point of it's time. And I left on a one-way ticket, like no savings, I don't come from a family where if it doesn't work out, you can come live with us. No, if it doesn't work out, work it out. Okay? If it doesn't work out, work it out. Otherwise, don't give up everything you have. 'Cause, oops. But there's something about my personality, for better or for worse, where I had to do it. It felt like a spiritual calling. I had to do it. And so I did. And it was a beautiful and magical and painful experience. The beauty and the magic is all things that are San Miguel de Allende, which is where I lived. But the pain and the grief was being with loneliness. Like for the first time, really. The culture shock, the acclimation of foreign country, and the unease of difference. And I don't mean language, I just mean difference. To be with all of that was its own reckoning. A couple of months in, I felt acclimated. I felt resolved to be. I felt the yes of it. But I went through a period of being alone. Now, I like my aloneness, right? I like my solitude. Loneliness and aloneness are different, but I was experiencing loneliness, and seemingly for the first time, or at least consciously so. And it brought me to the place of feeling my journals, like the words that just were endlessly pouring from me, the processing, the contemplating, the inquiry, the what is this for, the where am I going, who am I, and whom am I becoming? What is this? And then that would lead me down a path of cobblestone streets and a rooftop cocktail and a being with the view and a poetry reading and the privilege of being somewhere, even though I didn't have much. You know, the privilege of being somewhere and being able to experience the somewhere that you are occupying, and to a degree that those who are from there cannot experience it. That's deep and wide. And as I was going through my Instagram and sort of in this reflection over time, I saw a post where upon my return, because my money was leaving me quickly, dwindling down to very little. At a point, I think I had $5. I started thinking about, faith. Being withstanding or keeping steady, as I often say, keep steady. Like no matter what you're going through, keep steady. If you stop long enough to succumb to how it appears, you will be distracted from the isness of how it is. So keep steady. And every day I would dance with my tears and my fear and the vulnerability of living so precariously, with my deep knowing that a page would turn, a door would be open unto me, a window raised, that the sun would shine brightly upon me if I just kept steady what is true. What is true? And I kept steady. And I'm here now. What is it, 6 years later? 2018, I left in 2017. I came back in 2018. It's 2024. Math has never been my strong suit. It's not something I practice. But I kept steady and I'm here now. And there's so much detail inside of that I've not expressed, but the detail isn't the point, though I'm happy to answer any questions. The point is, where's your faith? That's not a religious question. It's a look in the mirror question. Where's your faith? How deeply do you believe in yourself? How deeply do you know yourself? Are you keeping steady? Like, are you really placing your attention on your intentions and just not wavering no matter how it appears, how long it takes? What does your faith look like? What does your keeping steady look like? You might be wondering how I went from $5 to, this moment. There were some days I would wake up, I had no idea where I would sleep that night, and a door would open. A door would open. We don't have to know all things. And truly, the gift is not knowing all things, because our ability to know is so limited. All things are available, and yet we do not consistently tap into the things that are available to us. And so, to not have all of the answers is a gift, because then there is something far greater in the unknown that you can't even conceive of, that's still readily available to you. Yes! Because I don't know about you, but I want to be on the path. The path of my life, showing up for it, seeing it clearly, moving through the hard things, accessing the richness. I want to be on the PATH, because I want to be aligned inside of this one lifetime that I get, that I am conscious of. And so, with you, my listener, that makes me smile. Thinking about you out there, the listener. I'm like rooting for you. And I want to challenge you. Where's your faith? Are you keeping steady? What's happening with you? Is there a precarious situation? Are you embarking upon something new and you like teetering, seesawing, collapsing? What's happening? I'm thinking about you, listener, and I'm thinking about myself and my journey inside of this collective consciousness that we exist inside of, for better or for worse, whether we agree or disagree. Like we're all breathing the same air. I inhale your exhale. You inhale my exhale. So who are we being? Right? Gratitude for you. Thank you for listening in, for being with me. I'm finding these moments important, connective, like home. So thank you. Yay. On the path, may we meet each other there. Come back again. Yeah? Come back again. I'll be here. Call, leave a message, send an email. Let's connect, let's engage. Yeah, let's connect and let's engage. I'll see you soon. Maybe I should say I'll talk to you soon. Maybe I should say I'll see and talk to you soon. Just come back and be with me. Thank you for your ear.